All right, and so the last video we did the primary and the secondary colors. Now we're gonna do what we call intermediate, or tertiary is what I like to call it. Tertiary. Tertiary is kind of an older word. I just like it because it's fun to say. If you want to say intermediate, you can. Sometimes I'll say tertiary intermediate, but it's basically the colors that are in between the primary and secondary on the color wheel. So red, orange, yellow, orange, like blue, green, turquoise, all of those, and they're made by mixing a primary and a secondary. So I'm going to take red and orange. I've already got some orange over here. I'm just going to come over here on the side, add a tad bit more red. I'm going to add a little too much red to make kind of a red-orange color. So it's basically between red and orange on the color wheel, right? Again, if I had my color wheel with me, I'd point it out to you, but I don't. But you guys can go look at a picture of the color wheel and see what I'm talking about. So I've got red, orange. I'm gonna do like a blue violet. Actually, I'll do a red violet. Now I'll do a blue violet. So I've already got my purple from before. I'm just gonna add a little bit more blue to it. So when you look at the color wheel, you'll see the primaries and secondaries, and then in between them, you'll see kind of that in-between color. Like if it's closer to blue, then it's blue violet. If it's closer to red, it's red violet. And if it's called red violet, it's got more red in it than blue. If it's blue violet, it's got more blue in it. So there's a pretty decent blue violet. Wow, it is raining really hard. I can hear it pounding out there. Hope everybody's safe today. There might be some tornadoes. You know, to go to an interior of your house if there is one. Obviously, if you have a basement, that's the best place, but I do not have a basement. So I will probably go in my hall closet. You want to get away from windows because the wind can really pick up and fly through the window. Just like we do at school, kind of get down on your knees and cover the back of your neck with your hands. You want to protect your head at all costs. So yeah, I hope everybody's safe today. What else should I do? Oh, let's do a blue-green. I don't know if I can do it though. This is kind of a nasty color. And I'm running out of space. You know what? I think I'll just use this one. Yeah, really not a fan of this paint. Well, I just won't buy it if I run out. Yeah, that picture I put up last night, these colors look so much better with that other paint. So go check that out. It pretty much looks the same as this. We got into tints and neutrals. I need a little bit more. Okay. Now maybe I'll do yellow orange. Yeah, that'll probably come up good. So I've got a little bit of orange over here. Add some yellow to it. I might have to go get another palette or go wash this. So again, if you guys have acrylic paint, if you leave all this paint on your brush, you'll come back later and it's hardened into plastic because acrylic paint has plastic in it. tempera paint, if you got the little kit from school or if you've been working at school, tempera, if you leave it to dry, it'll always come off when you soak it. But acrylic, your brush is pretty much ruined. So if you've got a nice brush, like this is one of the nicer brushes I have, I have to wash it really, really good, make sure I get all the paint residue out. It's kind of like that latex paint, if you guys have ever like painted your house or painted a room in your house. Latex is similar, where it's, if you leave it on your brush, you're gonna ruin your brush. So make sure you rinse it until the water runs clear. And it looks like I got a little blue mess up on there. So there's my yellow orange. So again, we've got our primary, which were 3 basic colors used to make all the other ones. We have our secondary, and we have tertiary. And I said I was gonna make all my circles at the same time, and then I didn't do it. Hopefully I don't get paint on my compass. Actually, I'm gonna do this one a little bit different. I don't want circles. So this next one we did, oh, you guys see that better, is complementary. So these are colors that are opposite or across from each other on the color wheel. So if you look at a color wheel, which kind of looks like a rainbow going around a circle, you'll see that red is opposite of green, blue is opposite of orange, and purple is opposite of yellow. I'm just gonna make 3 boxes because these guys come in pairs. They're not singular like those. Now, complementary, I always say this, complementary sounds like it's a nice word, like, you know, when you compliment somebody. But in my opinion, these colors do not look good together. The reason they're called complementary and the reason it's a color scheme is because I'm going to show you guys some op art. Op art, you guys know, optical means like it has to do with your eyes. So op art kind of messes with your eyes, does some optical illusions. And I'll show you guys, when we're back on Monday, I'll show you guys my PowerPoint and some examples of different color schemes and why people choose color and all that kind of thing. There's a lot that goes on with color. Like, for example, you know, they dye food. You know, like cheddar cheese is not orange. Cheddar cheese is actually made from milk. You guys know milk is white. They put the orange in there. I don't know why they started doing that, but they did. So yeah, a lot of your food is dyed colors, or things are bleached out. So it's just, that's all that stuff is called color theory, like why humans respond to colors different ways. So I'm putting orange here next to the blue. Those two are complementary friends, okay? You'll start to notice that these complementary color pairs are used by some sports teams. Need a little bit more yellow, just a teens. I forget who it was yesterday. Told me what yellow and purple was. I forget the name of the team now. Y'all know I don't do sports. I forget who told me. I'm sure you guys will tell me later who it was. So yellow. It's also one, the complementary color sets are one secondary and one primary. So what's going to go with yellow? What's across from yellow on the color wheel? It's purple, which is a secondary color. Again, I cannot get a good purple or a green. It stinks. Okay. My last pair is What primary are we missing? We've already got blue and yellow. We need red. Oops, went over the line a little bit. And what's the complementary color of red going to be? What's across from it on the color wheel? Think of Christmas. Need a little bit more yellow. I need to go find my palette. I think it's out in my studio, it's so dark right now I can't see very well. And I couldn't remember where I put my light, so I'll go out there in a bit and get that, because I like that palette better. The cleanup's way easier. Plus, this is like a dish I eat off of. I probably shouldn't be mixing paint on it. All right, again, my green's kind of crappy, but what are you gonna do? It's actually a little better than the first one. I have an army green. You're also going to learn later that complementary colors are how we make neutrals. So we're going to make neutrals in the next video. We did that yesterday. All right, there's my green. So again, complementary colors are always a primary, one primary, and one secondary. And then used to create neutrals. All right, which like I said, we'll do in the next video. All right, I'm gonna stop this, go clean my palette, and I'll do the other ones that we did yesterday.